Thank you. Okay, do we have any questions?
Mr Abbott, how is Peter Slipper incorrectly claiming $900 and offering to pay it back different from you incorrectly claiming $9,000 worth of travel expenses and then paying it back? How are the situations different? Look,
this matter was fully dealt with last year and there's nothing further to add.
Well, he's facing charges and you just got to pay $9,000 back. How are those two situations different?
Well, as I said, this matter was fully dealt with by the Labor Minister last year, who said that the matter was closed.
And why were the travel expenses incorrectly claimed? How did that happen? Can you explain what happened in your office that you incorrectly claimed $9,000?
The matter was fully dealt with last year.
But you're not explaining how it occurred, why it happened in the first place.
As I said, it was an oversight in my office. It was fully dealt with last year.
Why did you use com cards on your book tour? Surely you would have known when you were using the com cards that you were private business.
Fully dealt with last year. The Labor Minister at the time was perfectly satisfied that there had been nothing that was deliberately done wrong and the matter was closed.
Do you take responsibility for the mistake?
I think I've fully dealt with it. Time to move on.
It's been reported that you have been forced to repay the amount of the report was cancelled.
This was dealt with 2 years ago. This is old news. Old news. Now, why is Kevin Rudd now trying to dish this sort of dirt? Kevin Rudd came into the Prime Ministership a few days ago and he said, let's have a kinder, gentler polity. That was a bit rich from someone who'd spent 3 years and 3 days plotting against a Prime Minister, but he called for a kinder, gentler polity and he called for positive politics. Now we've got the Labor Party spinning this kind of stuff. Now let's move on.
It's not Labor Party, it's an independent website.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Mr Abbott, why did you say yesterday that you hadn't incorrectly claimed those travel expenses?
Look, I think we've fully dealt with this. Gary Gray dealt with this.
You've just repeated your lines over and over again.
Gary Gray, calm down. Gary Gray looked at this matter 2 years ago. He said there's nothing to see here. Okay, next question.
Do you take responsibility for the incorrect claim of $9,000?
Well, I didn't claim travel allowance. I never claimed travel allowance. My office inadvertently booked some travel as official, which should not have been booked that way.
No, they
it's been fully dealt with.
Gary Gray wrote back after you'd repaid the initial $6,000 and said there were travel expenses that had been claimed, such as com cards.
Okay. Are there any other questions?
What's your